At last, I find you. I've been searching for you for a long time, Marius. I was rather beginning to think you didn't want to be found.
Now I recognize you. Tyrael. I should have known you'd travel in disguise. They're always watching. Oh, forgive me, Tyrael, please. It wasn't my fault.
Not your fault. Tell me, Marius, how was it not your fault?
The next morning, we walked over the hill toward Ludicolane. I had no idea then of the horrors that were in store for me there.
You have just ensured the doom of this world. You cannot even begin to imagine what you've set in motion this day. Go to the Temple of Light in the eastern city of Kurast. You must find the courage to step through that gate, Marius. The energies that tie me to this world are diminishing rapidly. You must take up this quest and prevent the three brothers from reuniting. You must cross the sea and search for Diablo and Vale in Kurast. Now, hurry. Time is running out for all of us. Praise be to the light. You have accomplished the impossible. Diablo and Mephisto have been banished back into the black abyss that spawned them. You've done well, hero. For now, you should rejoice.
Yo, what's going on, guys? How is everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a good day. I just woke up off a night shift, so I thought, fuck it, I'll throw on a stream for a couple hours. How's everybody's weekend? By the way, I should ask. Thank you for popping in, taking time out of your day to head over to my stream. Hope you guys are having a good one. What's up, Bilky? Berkshire, Bilky, Terencio, Kevin, James Pruitt. How's it going, guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Just let me check something. Okay, I think we're good to go. You wish ladder started tomorrow, taking too long? I mean, we have a firm date of the 6th. So that seems pretty good to me. October the 6th, I believe 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it should be good. But yeah, I'm as excited as you guys are. It's gonna be exciting. I got a really cool video coming up with some meta that I think is gonna change with some items because of Terror Zones. So I'm excuse me, because of Sunder Charms. I'm pretty excited for that. I'm excited for the meta to shift. And I know a lot of people, the response is, well, the meta hasn't really changed. There's still Javazons, there's still Hammerdins. Like, yeah, it's true, but like, I think it's gonna be cool to see Fire Sorceresses ripping through areas you normally wouldn't farm with. I think it's gonna be cool. Seeing a lot of people, I'm predicting Phoenix is going to be as popular. I think Phoenix is going to be almost as popular as Infinity. Just because that is going to be, in my opinion, a kingpin rune word for fire damage dealing characters. I think you're going to see a lot of people, make the Vex Jaw, Vex Low. I think that's what it is. Vex Jaw, Vex Low. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. A lot of Redemption Aura, negative fire resistance, Fire Sorceresses, Fire Druids. Going to be a lot of interesting new builds popping up. Well, okay. I shouldn't say new builds, because it's not really any new builds. You could make the same Sorceress. Vex Low Job. Thank you. I had the runes right, just not the order. But I think there's going to be a lot more... Like, fire is going to be a lot more prevalent. Sure, you could make a Fire Sorceress before. I actually made one when D2R dropped, just because I wanted to play something different. I was already, at that point, bored of Blizzard Sorceresses and stuff. Like, literally, when it actually dropped, I played the Fire Sorceress. Just because I thought it was cool, you could Motrick Mephisto. And eventually, once I got... Not as good as Blizzard, but eventually, once I got Infinity, just ripping through the Durance Hate level 3, blowing up the Council, Mephisto. It was just nice to do something different, but it's going to be cool to bring that build just to, like, everywhere. Like, Chaos... Bale runs, you're going to see people pre-spamming meteors where they spawn instead of everything just being pre-spawn hammers. So I'm with you guys. I am pretty excited for... Yeah, just... And also, I mean, I think the race is a little bit more accessible to 99, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. Actually going to push for 99 too. We'll see how it goes, though. Going to push for 99 at my own pace, but... Won't be doing, like, the dedicated, like, 8-man group or anything like that, but... Another thing, too, what's your guys', like, what's everybody's speculation on the rarity of Sunder Charms? Because I don't think that they are going to be that common. Based on the assumption that they're Geed's Grand Charm rarity, and they only drop off of champions and boss packs, they're not going to drop too frequently. So I think a lot of people think that it's just going to be Blizzard Sorceresses with Insight Mercenaries just clearing everything because Cold Sunder Charms are... Don't think it's going to happen. But with that being said, I would imagine like the first handful of Sunder Charms to drop will probably be worth... Like, what would you guys... If a Cold Sunder Charm allows a Cold Sorceress to pretty much farm... Like, you still need good gear, right? You can't just walk around with, like, a leaf staff and just crush stuff, but... I mean, once you have, like, Hodo, Spirit, Viper Magi, Shaco, Random Caster Amulet, Insight Mercenary, CTA, you can farm everywhere. So that's why I think... You think a Vex Room? See, I would assume it would... Honestly, I would assume that a Cold Charm, just because of... I feel like a Cold Sunder Charm is almost early on, like, it's like kind of like, sort of like the value of like an Enigma, wouldn't you say? Just being able to farm everywhere? Like, I feel like Vex is really low. Considering, like, what's the first Shaco? Ohm, a little bit higher than an Ohm rune? I feel like a new staple charm that's going to allow Cold Sorceress to farm more areas. Kind of think it's going to be worth... I was speculating, like, more than a Sarun, to be honest. But you guys don't... You don't concur? You just think week 1 they're just going to be dropping like crazy and then they're just going to fall off? I mean, it could happen. Could happen. What's up, MRK? How are you doing? Thank you for popping by. Because you just know with the opportunities that it opens up with for Cold Sorceress, you just know that Cold is going to be the most desirable, or at least early on. What character are you going with ladder? I've boiled it down to 2 choices. I've considered just being a sellout and going a Cold Sorceress. What's up, Jiu-Jitsu? But I'm also heavily leaning towards just playing a really decked out Fire Druid. It'd be cool to get a Fire Sunder Charm. I'm going to play with some friends. Got some dedicated groups for the reset. As well as I have a friend who is going to be a dedicated Conviction Paladin, or Conviction Foden. So we're going to like team up early on. Pretty much be able to go almost everywhere. So yeah, either Fire Druid, what I'm playing now, except for obviously a really exceptional good online version, not single player, or gonna be a sellout and go Blizzard Sorceress. And you know what? You know what belt I think is gonna be a lot more popular belt now for a Cold Sorceress? I think you're gonna see potentially more people use Snow Clash over Arachnid's Mesh. It's just like a small prediction that I have, because it's +3 to Glacial Spike, which isn't really that good, but it's +2 to Blizzard. All you'll need is Blizzard and Ice Blast, and it's pretty easy to hit the 105 FCR breakpoint. So obviously, like 3-piece towels and stuff, you won't use it, but I feel like you're going to see more people use it because of that +2 to skills, and it also has a bunch of Cold Absorb. So if you slap on your first Sunder Charm and it gives you -90 cold res, that Absorb will help you, especially like if you pair with Nightwings. Dual Absorb, like max damage setups. Now with that being said, I know a lot of people will say that Cold is like the least important element to worry about, or you could argue either Poison or Cold is the least important to worry about, and I agree with you. But at the same time, I don't think you want to walk around with, like, early on, like, you still don't want to have, like, negative, like, 60, 70 cold res. Like, I mean, you're gonna, if you don't have CTA and you have, like, -70 plus cold res, you'll die to, like, a random Frost Nova or anything, right? True. That is actually an interesting point, if you went the Energy Shield route. Yeah. That would eat up some of it, yeah. But then the problem with, like, so if we're talking going the Energy Shield route early on with a Blizzard Sorceress, you don't have a ton of extra skills, right? You put 1 into Warmth, your 1-point wonders, so Teleport, Static, Telekinesis, and then you want your 17 to Cold Mastery, and then you're just filling out all of the synergies. You're not going to have a ton of extra skill points early on, right? So, I mean, yeah, people might do that. People might run slots of thawing pots in their belt. They may do that. I've mentioned this before numerous times on stream. I'm goddamn lazy, man. I am not going to town every run and rebuying cold pots and then slamming a bunch of cold pots so that I can do a Stony Tomb run and not have to worry about any cold damage that I'm going to take there and then repeat. I just won't do it. I would rather have, like, Snow Clash or Cold Absorb, eventually Nightwings, and then, yeah, that's my setup. But then, that's true, JV, but then going to rebuy them, drinking them, doing a run, whatever, and then going spam buying a bunch, drinking some, like, I'm lazy, I just won't do it. But you could in theory do it. But I think you're going to see a lot more people use Snow Clash. That's my prediction. Along with other items like Phoenix, obviously, but... Like, it's fine for, like playthroughs. Like, obviously, like, you slam a bunch of cold pots before you go in against Duriel, like, normal, stuff like that helps. But just doing that, like, repetitively, over and over again, that's just... It's not my playstyle. But JV is correct. You could do that every run, buy a bunch of thawing pots. You also don't know when they're gonna run out, though. So you could be, like, doing fine. You could be, like, chugging along, and then all of a sudden, you run out of, your pots. By the way, guys, if I could request, would it be possible to slap some likes on the stream? The single easiest way to support my channel, trying to make it full-time, and it is literally asking for a click that spreads it through the algorithm to help me achieve that goal. So I would really appreciate any likes throwing on the stream. Literally one of the best ways to help out my channel. Does not cost you anything, other than expending the energy to move that finger. Thank you in advance. Appreciate the likes. Thank you so much. The single best way to help me out. Thank you, Magic Vinen. Appreciate that. What's up, Tron? How you doing, man? Not streaming on Twitch anymore. I'm not fully 100% committed, but I'm leaning heavily towards just using my existing YouTube audience and just using streams to complement my long-form video content. I'm leaning towards that way. There's a lot of advantages, better discoverability. I can stream at higher bit rates. I can stream 1440p resolution. Wicked. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the likes. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I actually get a better revenue split. So for those that were subbed on Twitch, YouTube's equivalent of a membership, I actually get more value out of it. I get a 70-30 instead of a 50-50 split. So it's kind of making me largely consider... Except I have a YouTube rep now, which I have a meeting with them shortly. I'm gonna mention something about the chatbots is just fucking ridiculous on YouTube streams. Other than that, it's been pretty good. Any news on Tom Watts? I can neither confirm or deny if I was in the friends and family testing. And if I was, and I told you, I'd have to kill you. And I like you, so I don't want to kill you. It means Diablo 4 is closer than what we think. If they're doing these... If we've surpassed the friends and family test, and now this is like the beta invite from those that have played a lot of endgame content of Diablo games, things were close. But I will say, please don't be stupid and publicly stream it like that guy did on Discord. You know, if you watch that footage, you can see that it's watermarked, and they assign a unique watermark to each individual account so they can instantly determine who you are. I have signed NDAs in the past, and you can be sued up to and including the total value of the development cost of a game. I don't know if they would go through with it, but there is no way that you could defend that in court. You're basically just, please don't do it. Like, I think I would expect a lot of you guys are smarter than that. NDAs are a real thing. Who was that leaker that just got busted? Like, that's an example of that guy is going to be in huge shit. Sam Coddington coming in with the Ist Rune membership. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Which alert just went off? That was a Mephisto sub-alert? That's weird. I just had all my new alerts switched over. Oh no, that should be... No, it should be Istrun. Yeah. No, it is Istrun. Okay, I think it's working right. The Lilith Alert is a pull room membership. Mephisto is Istrun. Diablo is... Well, that's not right, though. What's going on there? Why do I have a different alert? That one's not right. Okay, we'll figure that out later. I don't know why I have two alerts, but I think it's right. Mephisto's... Lilith is pull room. Mephisto is Ist. Diablo is Ohm. Baal is Burr. Tyrael is Jaw. Deckard is Zod. So I think it's working correctly. Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you for joining the membership squad on YouTube. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Any good finds today? Not yet. We're just getting warmed up. Correct. This is my budget fire druid. Mercenaries using Tal's Mask. Random socketed Griswold armor. So basically, resistances is capped. Tal's Mask and Harmony. Brad! Be interesting to see if this alert works. It's all new alerts are set up. Brad renewing his 52 months of Istrun. This should be... Let me know if Deckard pops up for that alert. That should be a Deckard Cain alert. Thank you so much, Brad. What does Harmony do? Interesting question. Good question, too. So the Aquiline Rogue, I don't have CTA currently, so I find that with her AI, she actually survives quite a bit better because she hangs way back. She's not right into monsters' faces, if that makes sense. So she hangs back. She survives more frequently, so that's the reason why I'm using Act 1 over Act 2. And she does have the freezing arrow effect, which is good for crowd control. Something's wrong with my alerts. What alert just popped up? Help me out, chat. What alert just popped up? Something I got different old alerts from some other thing. But thank you so much for the 52 months. But appreciate Brad. Hope everything is good with you. Harmony gives me the Vigor aura, so I can run around a lot quicker. This is a running druid. I need to obtain my gear. It's a solo self-found character. It'll be a long time till I get Enigma. So I plan on doing like 1,000 runs of Stony Tombs to try and gear up. If I don't have... It's like someone's trolling with a soundbar. Yeah, what it is I have an active alert on a different scene that is playing at the same time. That's what's going on. So, I can try and fix it. I think it'll take me a second, but... just bear with me. I'm gonna switch through a couple scenes. Yeah, just faster run walk, doing thousands of runs over time. I just feel like it's, in the long run, it's gonna save me a lot of time, right? Okay, so it's not on that one. Not on that one. It's not on that one. I don't have a fucking clue where the alerts are coming from, boys. I don't have a clue where they're coming from. That's okay. Thank you for the support as always, boys. That's weird. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. James, what's going on, man? How you doing? Tyrael chopped my face off a couple times. I'm doing good, man. I cannot complain. Other than I'm a little bit tired. I came off a night shift, but is what it is. nobody would listen if I complained anyways. Brad, alert test! Thank you for the super. I don't know what the fuck's going on. That is not the alert that was supposed to pop up.
Alert test.
Oh, thank you for the $5 super. Did an alert even... I didn't even have an alert pop up, right? It was just a noise animation, right? God, that is so weird. Where would that be coming from? I don't see that active alert anywhere on my stream. I'll have to figure it out offline. I'll have to go through each individual source and... I don't know. Oh no, the title is not a joke. I completely forgot about... Yeah, the Lilith alert popped up, but it should have been a Lilith sound animation. It didn't play a Lilith sound animation. It played a previous old sound animation. So I don't... But the old sound animation is from Streamlabs, and I just switched to Stream Elements, so I have no idea what's going on. But, you guys don't tune in for the alerts anyways, right? Tune in to hang out? Or is it actually just the alerts? That's the only reason. You can be honest. We want to see you play online multiplayer. I will be playing when this is like my... I don't want to invest a ton of online time when ladder is resetting in a couple days. I absolutely am going to be... See, that's a correct alert. I'm absolutely going to be playing online. When ladder drops, I'm going to probably exclusively online content for like 3.5 months. Probably a solid 3 months. I want to hit 99. I want to mess around with a fire druid. I want to respec. Okay, so that worked. Weird. See, but it always follows with that double alert. So the first time was Stream Elements. That one was the Streamlabs one.
Let's just give this a try. Underscore DB1 Peppa Hypers.
I don't get it. There's no active alert anywhere. It's so weird. I'm also coming off a night shift, so maybe I missed something obviously stupid, but... Yeah. I thought everything was working when I was offline, but... This is a Fire Druid using an Act 1 Harmony Mercenary, just to run around quicker. But it's a budget solo self-bound character, so definitely room for improvement. I mean, I don't even have Hodo yet. Dual Spirit. Dropped my first Shaco last stream, which is pretty exciting. I did get a Mara's, which is very cool. But yeah, I just don't check JMods. I just don't feel like they're just... I've checked probably at this point thousands of them. And especially on single player, like, I'm never gonna find the perfect facets to fill out a JMod. And then I argue for regular PVM. In most cases, I argue Spirit's better. If I really want to pump a ton of damage, I could just do, like, I have a Headhunter's Glory. Like, you could triple Lightning Facet Headhunter's Glory. That is always a good option for damage. Let me give this one more shot, guys, because I'm so confused. So... my YouTube Stream Elements is active. The banners there, animated chat box, my YouTube chat. The YouTube alerts from Stream Elements, or from Streamlabs, are hidden. I'm going to try removing it. So it's removed on that scene. Twitch chats, Twitch alerts, but it's all shut off. Everything else is disactive on that stream. Chat overlay, YouTube chat. I'm still here, guys. Variety countdown. Not on that scene. Capture sheet. Nothing on that one. Oh, that's so weird, guys. I'm at a loss for words. I'm actually... Are there any OBS experts in chat? I'm actually very confused why I'm having double alerts driven through my chat when I only have one active. In my 5 years of streaming, I have never encountered this ever. I've never encountered this ever. Double driven alerts. So confused. It's looking that way. I'm looking towards potentially making a permanent switch. Get a better revenue split. I feel like I can kind of leverage a bigger audience better. Twitch has no discoverability. The view bots on Twitch that community members use is annoying. I have not upgraded yet to OBS 28. I usually typically... Like, I'll upgrade to 28 probably when 29 is around the corner, James, because I heard that 28 broke everything. It broke Stream Deck, it broke every single existing plugin. Like, I'd rather just not deal with the headache, so I don't bother. But yeah, I'm just so confused why I have... It's really weird. I'd like to think I'm pretty comparable in setting up stream layouts. I typically, knock on wood, usually don't have that much issue. This is a weird one. I'm really not sure what's going on. What's going on, Bilbo? Plus Landon's on both. There's a lot of people, believe it or not, that I don't know if it's because maybe we're Diablo 2 players, maybe we're boomers. I think there's a larger Diablo base on YouTube. I think a lot of the older generation... I mean, there's obviously exceptions, right? But I feel like with the older crowd, YouTube is actually a little bit more popular. They've confirmed for the time being, Thunder Charms will not be in single player. Unfortunately, it was a feature that I requested because I thought it would be really cool addition to the game, in my opinion. You're the older crowd, Gerber. It is, yeah, it's more, well, I hate some of Twitch's policies, and I hate their banning system. I hate the view botting stuff on Twitch, and yeah, I get a better revenue cut on YouTube, so I was like... No, actually, I found Mage Fist. I had Mage Fist. I found a 28 all-res Mara's, which is insane. So Dual Spirit, Shaco, Mara's, Smoke, Trang's Belt, which is a big upgrade. Nice FCR Quad-res Ring, Dwarf Star, Faster Rumlock, Lightning Res, MF Boots, and Miscellaneous Charm. So I have almost 100 Magic Find. Cannot be Frozen, which is actually a really nice addition for a running character. Typically, you don't worry about being frozen as a caster, but if you're running around everywhere, it's actually... it's nice to have. Still looking for my endgame Spirit Keeper helmet, though. Look up the Druid. Look up Spirit Keeper Druid pelt. Look that pelt up and tell me why I want to make that my Kingpin rune word, or sorry, my Kingpin helmet for this character. Because this character is only focused on doing one thing, farming Stony Tombs. Take a look at that Druid pelt and tell me that that would not be an amazing pelt with either an Istrune, well, Perfect Topaz, then an Istrune, or like a 5/5 Fire Facet. I want to make a Stony Tomb running Druid. Light Absorb, Cold Absorb, and plus maximum poison resistance. And what are the 3 forms of damage that you take in Stony Tombs? Lightning damage from beetles, poison damage from zombies, and cold damage from the super unique. It is literally tailor-made. And it has a ton of fire resistance too. So it kind of counteracts your lack of fire res from Spirit. Yeah, I don't know how to deal with that. I elevated the spam bot protection with the Nightbot, but it doesn't seem to be doing much. So I don't know. Just ignore the chat 69 thing. I tried banning them, like permanently banning them on my channel, but then they just make a new one and then it just pops up again. So it's not worth it. But you know what is worth it? Slamming a like on my stream. It is the single best way to support my stream. Trying to pursue full-time content creator and help spread my live stream through the YouTube algorithm for more subs, more ad revenue, the cost of a click. Thank you so much. Appreciate you reporting them, James. Thank you, man. Well, one of the things is my stream bot's not working correctly. Some of the command, I still haven't figured that out. There's hiccups for ironing out the UI of YouTube. YouTube streamings, the UI, the chat is just not. Twitch's stuff is phenomenal. It works flawlessly. There's a lot of issues with YouTube, but YouTube has other things going for it at the same time. It's not that it's not working correctly, it's that a lot of the integration with the common like chat bots and stuff like that, a lot of the stuff that's been working forever on Twitch doesn't seem together smoothly, if that makes sense. Which is unfortunate, but there is other advantages, right? Got that free like button. Yeah, better revenue split, which is huge. Like to see them add a rare scroll to monster drops and terror zones that you can use for an ID scroll to terrorize the waypoint for an hour. That's a cool, like a way to. So if you, that is really cool, but I bet you that would be a nightmare for them to code. Like I imagine right now it's currently a nightmare how it's like server based, and I could see just also throwing in like an individual. Okay, you drop a scroll so you can go to Tyras's tombs and then terrorize that and set your own terror zone. That's a really cool idea. I don't know how feasible that would be. I feel like that would be like a nightmare on their end, and I would rather see like more focus put on other things in the future if we're gonna get more updates, but that's just me. It's a really cool idea though. Time will tell. Open an OnlyFans for more revenue? We don't need OnlyFans. We got YouTube channel memberships. You can get your nice emotes, your badges. You don't want to see me naked. You'd rather have a Pepe or a badge in my chat. What's up, Drew? It'd be cool if unused organs in the game became a way to terrorize specific zones. Yeah, like all that stuff is cool, but I just don't. the reality of like what it would take to implement that versus I think if they just focus on stuff like a currency tab and a loot filter. Two items that I would much rather see. Like the way I see it is early on, we'll have to be selective in the terror zones that we run, right? Depending on your character build, some like if Telrash of Tombs becomes terrorized and you're like the correct build and you have the correct element damage, then it'll work out, right? But you will have to be a little bit selective early on. But once the ladder is progressed and people have torches, annies, Sunder Charms, etc., like we've seen, Sunder Charms basically allows you to farm anywhere. So then I just don't see the point of, if you can farm every terror zone, what's the point of like, well, not what's the point. I should say, if you can farm every terror zone, doesn't the benefit of being able to select which zone is terrorized kind of reduces? Because I feel like if you're Foden, you could go run terrorized whatever. If it spawns cows, which sucks for Foden, just go crush chaos for an hour. Once your chaos runs over, then just go back to the next terror zone, right? Like, terror zones are sweet, but I think a lot of people forget that existing Magic Find areas are still good. So, unfavorable terror zone spawns, you still have your Chaos Sanctuary, River of Flame, Bale Runs if you want, Ancient Tunnels. You can, you're a sorceress. Say favorable area becomes terrorized, you crush that area, switches to a bad zone, go Moat Trick Mephisto for an hour. See if you can get a Mara's, Sarakid's Mesh, then a more favorable zone spawns again. Like you don't have to follow each zone, right? Like you can opt in or opt out depending on where you want to Magic Find, what build you have, playstyle, what you're feeling like. Do you want to do group farming? Do you just want to do your own thing, teleport down to Mephisto? It's all entirely optional, right? And for finding, specifically for finding items, if you're just focusing on champions and boss backs and ancient tunnels with the Blizzard Sorceress, you're going to get just as good or arguably better items than you would slamming Terror Zones. Terror Zones will be better experience, but if you're only farming for, like, uniques, targeted boss backs in level 85 areas is the same as, like, white monsters in general, what I'm trying to say, in terrorized zones, even though, depending on your level, they will elevate and be able to drop more, white monsters kind of suck in general. So, it's not, like, in a roundabout way, you kind of understand what I'm saying? Ancient Tunnels, Chaos, Hindle, Mephisto, they're still good areas. You can still opt into them if it's a bad terror zone. I think that if you got a currency tab and a loot filter, like those are the, I would be so happy if I got those. Or then maybe like some reworking some items. Like maybe make Tyrell's Might good. A couple other super rare uniques. I would be super happy. With the rolling Terror Zone content, if they just throw in a handful of new rune words, rework some uniques, I would be super happy. We're already gonna get to play like who's ever played a Fire Boa Zone before? Pure Fire Boa, who's ever played one before? I would imagine it was probably the literally F tier build. I'd speculate now with an Infinity Mercenary, Hand of Justice Bow, Flickering Flame Helmet. I imagine you could run around spamming Exploding Arrow. You could do some cool stuff, right? Yeah, no one ever. But I would imagine if someone wants to do it now, full inventory of Boa Skillers, Hand of Justice for the negative fire res, Phoenix for the negative fire res, Ormus with the Facet or something, I'm pretty sure that you could get a pretty comparable fire damage dealing character, right? They did reduce the cooldown, Bilky, so you can go between Immolation. I think it's a 1 second cooldown, so it's pretty much like you just fired Immolation, and then you just spam like 2 Exploding Arrows, and you kind of like rinse and repeat. But I mean, Fire Druid, charging Dragon will be better now. Like there is new stuff. So Blizzard did send out some beta. They did. Beta invites. Anyone get lucky? Remember, please seriously read the NDA. I don't want to see anybody that I know in chat completely, potentially put them at risk of ruining their lives over something so... Don't ruin your life for 20,000 views on a 20 to 30,000 views on a YouTube channel. That anyone who's tuning into that is just watching to see the content. They don't give a fuck about you. Please read the NDA. You're not gonna get massive subs. You're not gonna turn into, if that's what you're, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't want you to ruin your... Some NDAs that I've signed, upwards of like millions of dollars that you could be liable for. So, yeah, would you not see like there were DMCA striking on Reddit and YouTube, and they were going after everybody for even, I think even kind of talking about it, which makes sense. Like, they own the intellectual rights and property to it, right? They have the lawyer team draw up that stuff. It's there for a reason. You just want to play? You gonna go melee, James? Some of the barb stuff looked pretty cool. From what we've seen, like, it looks like from the footage that we've seen, not like the leaked footage, like the actual, like, real footage from the Xbox Bethesda, whatever, like the debut of it or whatever. It looks like there's a lot of intermingling of melee skills that have some form of AoE. So whether it's like we've seen the bear like slaps the ground and hits the whole ring of monsters, like there's a lot of different it's not like a slogging fest of like hitting one monster moving on to the next like D2. So melee might be really fun to play. I can either confirm or deny that I have any interaction with any Blizzard team, Francis. If I told you, I'd have to kill you, and I don't want to kill you because I like you. It's like Mission Impossible, man. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Firebow with enchant, energy shield, static, fire mastery using brand could dish out higher damage than a... it could, but it would be really high, like, single target damage, right? Wouldn't it be really... It'd be probably difficult to get pierced, and you wouldn't get, like, the AoE effect of Exploding Arrow and Inferno and stuff like that. Because remember, when Exploding Arrow chains through monsters, it explodes through all monsters, so it is pretty powerful. No drops yet. Oh, I have an idea to fix the alert. 1 second. I think I have an idea. Boys, can I request slapping a couple likes on the stream? That would be very greatly appreciated. The single best way to support my channel. So weird. It was actually logged out. It was actually logged out and it was still giving me problems. Again, double alert. So weird. We're gonna try something. I'm going in. I'm gonna shout out that, by the way, just 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm going in and I'm actually fully disabling every single alert on Streamline. Fucking stupid thing, man. That's already disabled. That's disabled. Disabled. Okay. Let's check. Disabled, 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 disabled. I have now manually disabled every single Stream Elements alert. So we'll see what the heck happens. Eric, thank you so much for the Pull Room membership, my dude. Thank you so much. Enjoy the emotes, enjoy the channel badge. Don't forget to join Discord for your custom rank. I appreciate that channel membership very much, dude. Season 2 hype grand. Almost here, brother. Or boss contact, like a Pandemonium event, would be awesome. Something to really get GG gear for. That would be cool. That would be cool. Typically, when I request features, though, I usually try to typically request what would be like the least development intensive. You know what I mean? Like going in and adjusting like the how good Tyro's Might is relatively easy. An entire new boss event would be pretty difficult, so would be very cool, but I usually try to like be somewhat more realistic in what I request, and it's not like, I think your idea is a really cool idea. I just think, would they ever throw in a whole, like, it depends. If it all used existing assets, maybe. But then if you were to introduce a second Hellfire Torch event, you would definitely have to do something like it would have to be, you could either use one or the other, you know what I mean? Because you wouldn't want to introduce a new, like, what would you so you have 3 skills, varying resistances, and varying attributes. And we already have Sunder Charms. Like, if you were to introduce some new powerful item, it would have to be like you'd have to opt in. Like, you could only use it or the Hellfire Torch. But what would you add? Like, maybe like a crazy plus life Magic Find Charm or something. Like I don't know. Mendo, I think we're up to 6 or 7 people. We're gonna rock a Conviction Paladin, Conviction Foden, a Salvation Foden, Fire Druid with Oak Sage support, Leap Barb with Battle Orders, Trap Sim, Blizzard Sorceress, and then I think it's basically just Javazon and whatever other kind of damage dealing build we can just fill out the team with. It won't be like pure hardcore speedrun strats, but I would rather have a slightly easier playthrough and have like a Salvation Foden supporting us so that we all have like a little bit better resistance. We'll have magic damage, lightning damage. I'll have a full level 20 Oak Sage. We'll have a full level 20 Battle Orders from Barricade. So that should be like a ton of plus life. Agree with teleport changes? I think it's too late to do big shifts of changing like teleport, in my opinion. One thing that I do think is nice about Terror Zones is it sort of reduces the need to have teleport, if that makes sense. You're running Paladin for your team? Well, I didn't even think to, honestly, I'm sorry. I didn't even think to ask James. He'd probably hate me. I didn't even think to ask. Sorry. If you want to do some runs after, do some community stuff, we can do that. What's up, Blackwell? How are you, man? I'm also going to set up, either I'm going to do it tomorrow or the day after, but I'm going to be setting up a giveaway on arena.gl for a free wireless mouse, which is pretty cool. I have a buddy at Extra Fee who hooks me up with a lot of their really cool peripherals. Like, if you guys want to check them out, like wicked keyboards, wicked different shapes of like customizable, lightweight, really high quality wireless mice. And He sent me 2 new ones, and I'm going to show them off on stream, and then do a giveaway that the winner will get a free top-of-the-line wireless mouse. That's pretty exciting. Royd, I'm trying to get Spirit Keeper today, man. I want Spirit Keeper for the perfect topaz. I just want to be able to fully AFK Talrash's Tombs. I want the beetles to heal me, and yeah, that's like my dream drop today. But it's a relatively rare item, so T-Gods would actually be another sweet item. Like, I'm hoping between T-Gods and Spirit Keeper, beetles will just naturally, like, constantly replenish my life. Same with these, like, Burning Dead mages. Like, I just want pure AFK. I want to absorb damage and actually gain plus life from it. Ooh, rare Caduceus. I have played some PoE. I'm not an expert. I've played 2 leagues. I made a Elementalist 1 league, and then I have a Righteous Fire Inquisitor on this league. Level 93. Pretty solid gear. My buddy Mendo in chat, he's got an Aegis for me and stuff like that, so I haven't even had a chance to, like, get that from him, but I've had a lot of help, so I have a pretty comparable mapping character, but I'm not a PoE expert. There's a ton I still need to learn in that game. A ton that I'll probably never truly learn. Like, I think I'm going to stick to only playing Righteous Fire. If PoE 2 is amazing, I'll probably stick to just one character and just learn how to play it. Unless it gets gutted to the ground 1 league or something, but... Andrew, Squirrely Drew from Twitch. Right on, man. I have a request. All my Twitch homies, if you go into your Google settings, you can change your YouTube name. Makes it easier for me to remember all the OGs from Twitch. It's hard enough to memorize people's names as it is, let alone go from Mendo to Jonathan Bryant. That shield will make me want to play PoE more. We'll see. I didn't even plan on streaming today. I was just like, fuck it. I'll whip up a quick stream. See how it goes. I don't think that, like, for this particular area, I don't think Ravenlore is a huge benefit. Everything is already at 0 fire res, and yes, the negative would be more damage, but eventually, when, like, the end game plan is to use Infinity. Every monster in here has 0 fire res, so that's negative 86 would bring everything down to negative 86, and a facet would bring everything down to 90 plus damage, or negative 90 fire damage. So having, like, negative 20 on Ravenlore plus another negative 5 from a facet, it's overkill, because you can't... It's not technically overkill, like going from negative 9 to negative 100 is more damage, but I'm already one-shotting stuff without Infinity. Obviously, higher difficulty, I'll need more negative damage, but at a certain point, I'd rather just have kind of more like AFK kind of healing. Zez, I know. Well, the cool thing is you can start a nice run of a member tier badge on YouTube, brother. But yes, I know. I have a lot of people that have 24 plus months on Twitch. Honestly, don't blame me. Blame Twitch. Blame their stupid policies. Blame the way that they don't give a shit about view bots. Blame the way that they take such a big cut. Blame that they have 0 discoverability. They are the ones that made me move. Good to see you, Zez. Looking forward to Ice Boson. Yeah, I think Ice Boson's gonna crush, actually. I think that's probably going to be, in my opinion, that's going to be the biggest sleeper build with Sunder Charm changes. Because, remember, when you hit stuff with Freezing Arrow, everything is frozen, right? Like, literally doesn't move. Freezing Arrow is some of the most insane crowd control, especially once you get Pierce. You freeze everything. Everything completely in its tracks is frozen. And then with Sunder Charms, you'll be able to freeze everything. So you can just slam through, just completely freeze entire mobs. It's insane. That would be nice, Eric. Yeah, more mules would be. More storage space would always be a better thing. Like, I don't think people are ever gonna complain. But I think one of the best ways of addressing storage space, in my opinion, is either stackable currency or a currency tab. There we go, Squirrely. If we had a currency tab where we could stack, like, items, I feel like that takes away a lot of the necessity or need, in my opinion, to have, like if I had to pick between having 20 stashes and then having 20 stashes of disorganized shit, or having a currency tab that organized everything for me, and I only had my personal stash, reshared stash, and a currency tab, I'd rather have the currency tab than have like 20. If that makes sense. Says! Here'll be our alert test. Let's see if we have one alert, no other sound. Bale is the correct. Wait, is there a following? Is there a following? I think we're okay. Hey, I think we solved it. We solved it. No more double alerts. And you saw the Bale animation? You guys saw the Bale animation and everything? Okay. Zez, thank you so much, man. Burr Room membership. You could have just been a pull room member, dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, guys, another fantastic way to support the stream. You never have to financially support. Just tuning in, but slapping a like on the stream. Slapping a like spreads the stream to more people see it, more subs, more video views, more ad revenue, and it's completely free. Hit that like button. Pretty please. Yeah, I think personal stash would be one of the best ways. Sorry, I think currency stash specifically would be one of the best ways to address it. Jess! How are you doing today? Thank you so much for the Pull Room membership. I hope you're having a good one. When are you going to make the switch to YouTube? You guys want to check out Jess? She has a great Twitch channel. Great person to hang out. She always laughs. Every time I pop in and then I just post a Pepe, she just laughs. Really weird. I don't think I'm that funny. I just say something and then she just starts giggling, so... I don't think she's laughing with me. Thank you, Jess. Thank you so much for the Wolverine membership. Thank you. I did see BT is streaming on YouTube. Your charm / room / gen sounds are very confusing when playing. Was it mine or the stream? Yeah, you'll have to just pay ultra good attention to what's dropping, or crank up your music, or I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Thank you again, Zaz and Jess. Really appreciate that. From your point of view, what will be the price of a perfect Sunder Charm? I think a perfect Cold Sunder Charm early on will be worth a ton. Just because of the way that I feel like it shifts, like... A Sunder Charm basically turns a Blizzard Sorceress into a Hammerden almost. She's still squishy, but she can farm everywhere. So I would imagine that in itself, Cold Sunder Charms will be very valuable early on. The other charms too, but I think it'll be Lightning, Fire, and Cold will be the most valuable, with Cold being the top dog. But early on, a perfect Sunder Charm with negative 70 resistance instead of negative 90, I would imagine... Do you guys think it's out of the norm of like 2 or 3 burr runes or even more? Because it's basically like it's infinity for a cold sword, for a cold damage. For a cold sorceress. Squirrely Drew! Thank you so much for the pool room membership, my dude. Thank you so much. Alerts are working properly now. That's awesome. Thank you, Squirrely Drew. People did some code data mining when the PTR was out, and I think that there's similar rarity, at least based on my understanding, similar rarity to Geed's Grand Charm. But the kicker here is they only drop off of champions and boss packs in terrorized areas. So Macro made a video that actually he compared the drop rate of, and he picked, I don't know if it changes based on champions and boss packs, but he picked Gleb Flamefinger from Travancore. It was 1 out of 130,000 chance to drop a burr rune. And I think it was 1 out of 115,000 chance to drop Geed's Grand Charm specifically from him. So assuming it was Geed's Grand Charm rarity, it's actually like they're not going to be dropping that frequently. I think a lot of the feedback initially was like, oh, this is going to ruin the game. Everyone's going to have a Cold Sunder Charm on day 1. Blizzard Sorcerers are going to destroy everything and turn the game into Diablo 3. I think it's going to be a relatively rare item. Unless something changes, but based on that assumption, like, they're not going to drop that frequently. I really appreciate that, Drew. The short and gist of it is, this is kind of a long-term test. I'm not entirely fully committed to switching off of Twitch, but I'm largely leaning towards it. I seem to have, like, more active viewers and stuff on YouTube. I think I reach more people. I get a better revenue split. I avoid all the bullshit of Twitch. So largely I think it's a better change. Now in terms of negatives, it is obviously a worse chatting experience for you guys. Like you're totally biased or living in a hole if you think that Twitch chat or YouTube chat's better than Twitch chat. It's really bad. But I feel like if YouTube beats Twitch in everything except for chat and emotes, do you not think eventually YouTube will get a better chat and emotes? Then what does Twitch have? Twitch has Twitch. If YouTube can mimic the equivalent of a Twitch chat, the only thing that Twitch has is Twitch Prime for a streamer. If they ever bundled a free membership in with YouTube Premium, then, like, that would be pretty game-changing if they did that. But we'll see. We do got emotes, yes. Any channel members want to spam some Pepes? Master, what level is my druid? I am 90. Actually, I had to check because I didn't remember what I was. YouTube doesn't tell me when you go live unless you hit the bell. But isn't that the same for videos, Jess? Isn't it the same thing? If you don't ring the bell for videos, they'll show up if you click on the subscription feed. But to actually get the pop-up, I have to ring... Like, I thought that was always the... Wasn't that always the way? Yeah, that's one thing, funeral service. If you're actually seriously committed to YouTube's copyright music reading thing is a hell of a lot more sophisticated. And, yeah, I'm not sure how to... I don't... Maybe there's a way you can customize it for live only? Not sure, Jess. But yeah, if you stream... Well, I should say that you don't really want to stream copyright music anywhere, even on Twitch. You're just more likely to get away with it on Twitch. But you get 3 DMCA strikes on Twitch and your channel is permanently banned. You get a... If you get a strike... Well, you hardly ever get strikes on YouTube now. If I was to start playing like 50 Cent, what would happen is I would get a copyright claim ID. So the content system would claim the song, and then the record label for 50 Cent would gain all of the ad revenue off the video, but the video would stay up, and I wouldn't be penalized for it. But Twitch is just like, it's flat strikes. So it's kind of worse, but at the same time it's better. Does that make sense? For like YouTube DMCA versus Twitch? But if I actively started streaming live music right now, there's a chance that it could be taken down. What's up, Paul? I talked about 50 Cent. Come on, drops. We're on fire the other stream. Mara's, Shaco, Trang's Glove, Mage Fist. That's a... If I stream 50... Play 51 set. If I streamed, I've never been demonetized for swearing, ever. The only time I've ever been demonetized, not demonetized, I was served limited ads once in 5 years of YouTube videos. I made a gambling circlets video on YouTube, and it was literally I gambled circlets on ladder, and I uploaded it saying I gambled 3,000 circlets, and YouTube flagged that as gambling, inappropriate, and served limited ads. So it basically means it only serves ads to people that are like certain specific age group. Literally I got flagged for that. Stupidest thing. Tried to manually review it. They refused the reviewal, and just stupid shit. Keith coming in with the Pool Room membership. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Keith. Enjoy your channel emotes and badge. I should also note as well, guys, those show up on YouTube comments as well. So your badge will show up on YouTube comments, and you can also use, yeah, I never used the word. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I could maybe... It's too late. Once it's flagged, if I had known, I could have maybe uploaded it and say, like, I bought 3,000 circlets, and it probably would have been fine. But anyways, it's my stupid mistake, but I just won't do it again. Thank you again, Keith. Yeah, enjoy the custom emotes and badge, man. Thank you so much. Love your channel. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Jamble. It's kind of funny, though. It's the only time I've ever been flagged. Oh, well. Yeah, don't forget to join the Discord, guys. I post when I'm going live, post videos. We got a pretty cool D2 community there. I'm going to be setting up... When ladder actually hits, I'm going to be setting up like squad channels for people to farm together in Terra zones. I do want to do a lot of community-based farming as well. So once we get past like the first little bit into ladder, I want to do some Terra zone farming content with all of you guys. The community that makes my channel possible. I would like to do some group community events and stuff with you guys, so I'm going to be coordinating all of that through my Discord. So click on the link in the description. You should, if you're already there, Royd, what you need to do is you need to connect your Twitch to, sorry, you need to connect, under settings, you need to connect your YouTube channel to your Discord channel. Because I already have the different tiers of membership set up. So you probably just don't have your Discord synced. Because it should do it automatically. Jonas! Thank you so much for the Polar membership! Thank you. Thank you so much, man. I think we're close to unlocking a new emote. Forget how many it was. Thank you so much, dude. Do you know... I hate how you have to unlock emotes on Twitch or YouTube. Does it really cost them that much money to just give people, like, flat emotes? Like... Why do they have to be hidden behind a... Like, I understand a brand new streamer, you wouldn't want to give them, like, 50 emotes. I'm sure if you gave every single brand new streamer 50 emotes, I'm sure that would, like, overload the... But you'd think if someone's been, like streaming on Twitch for 2-3 years, like, you're making money, you're making the platform money, you'd think they'd be like, oh, it's not that big a deal to give them a couple memberships. Same with YouTube. Like, I have been making YouTube content and making YouTube money off of ads for years. And I gotta work my way up. We got, like, what? I think we got, like, 13 emotes right now. Gotta work our way back up to 40. Like on Twitch. Redmar, what's going on, man? How is Redmar today? Alerts are working fantastic, Redmar. Had a little bit of a hiccup with me getting it set up, but should be working now. Jonas had an alert, right, guys? I think I'm pretty sure the alert went off. Willie! Oh, there we go, yeah. Okay, alerts are definitely working. Willie! Healer, thank you so much for the full room membership, man. Thank you so much. What's going on, Coz? Edwin, love your content. Having a blessed day. Have a blessed day. Thank you, man. Same to you. Thank you so much, guys. Another great way to support the stream is literally just slapping a like on it. Helps me pursue my goal of being a full-time content creator. Slapping a like spreads the stream through YouTube, reaches more people. The single best way to help me out. When's the new ladder? October the 6th. I believe 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll probably be going live at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll do like a big like height build up, and yeah, I'm playing with Barricade TV, Sweet Phil, myself, Mendo, and I think that's my portion of the team. And then I think Barricade is auctioning off spots on his team. So we're gonna be doing dedicated players, single hell bail push. We won't obviously be like, we're going for a little bit more of a safety setup versus like pure speed, and we would never hit world's first bail anyways, but I think the combination of the Foden Conviction Aura and then the Foden with Salvation Aura will be really good, like, benefit to the team. I'm gonna go Fire Druid with largely being focused on having a level 20 Oak Sage. Barricade is going to be a Elite Barb with a level 20 Battle Orders. So between level 20 Battle Orders and level 20 Oak Sage, we should be somewhere in the range of like 4,000 plus life. And then I'm hoping like Conviction Foden, magic damage, and then Conviction Aura. Salvation Foden. We should try. Oh, we'll never. I'll never be number 1. So I'm fine with not being number 1 for speed. But Salvation, they get that resistance, Conviction for the negative res, and then again we'll have a Cold Sorceress, Javazon, Trap, Sweet Phil's going Traps in, so that will be lightning damage, Cloak of Shadows for support. I'll have fire damage, we'll have cold damage, lightning damage, and magic. So won't run into immunities. May even throw a necro in there. Might be interesting to have like combination of like dim vision, maybe. We'll see. As long as we beat Cooley, you'll be happy, Mendo. Jesse! Hammock coming with a Jaw Rune membership. Wait, that should be... Jaw Rune should be Tyrael Might. Does the Tyrael Might alert go off? I think it...
Your presence.
Hey! Alerts are working, Redmar. Wow, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you. Because I enjoy your content. I really appreciate that. Thank you to everyone that's been supporting the YouTube Switch. Everyone from just tuning in streams, throwing on likes, new subs, new memberships. It all adds up. So thank you so much. What's going on? Shooting Joms. Notifications are pretty badass. You want to thank my moderator, Redmar. All custom. It's pretty cool. Hey, you know what my one single claim to fame is, which is hilarious, but I got the world's first normal Bale kill. I maybe got it by default because a bunch of teams got locked out and our team didn't get locked out, so we had like a little bit of advantage, but you ain't first, you're last, Ricky Bobby style. Our team had the first official normal Bale kill. Which was kind of funny, I'll take it. Thank you, Cases. Yeah, honestly, I'm serious. I know. I continuously. Hey, Zez, Zez and Bilbo, because you guys have been around for ages. I need you guys to DM me your channel URL. I need to add you guys as moderators. If Jess is in chat too, I can add her as a moderator as well. And I'm gonna be adding a ton more moderators as well, guys. But it's a little bit different on YouTube. You need to send me a Discord message and send me your channel URL, and then I can add you later as a moderator. We'll add you, Jess. Yeah, just direct message me on Discord. Because I'll forget, and I don't know how to reach you guys all out on Discord. So, you don't have Discord, join Discord. Shoot me a DM and just copy and paste me when you click on YouTube, when you click on the top right corner, when you click on my channel. Like if I was to go to your channel page, send me that URL. I need that URL, and then I can add you as a moderator. James, you've been around since, I want to say way back when I had the... Have you guys ever watched any of my early YouTube streams? Oh my god, they were so cringe. Sometimes I wonder why you guys actually watched me back in the day. Like, I was so nervous. I didn't speak well in front of the camera then. Well, you could argue that I don't speak well in front of the camera now, which is true. But, oh my god, it was bad. I went from streaming because I was genuine, yeah. Genuine loser, but I was genuine. That was the first time you ever donated to a streamer was me? Oh, wow. That's cool. I started streaming on YouTube. 720p resolution. 2000 bitrate. I had a horrible USB web camera. It was such a blurry stream. I'm sure I was dropping frames. I had no idea what I was doing. $2,500, 720. The one difference though, Jess, between streaming on Twitch and YouTube is Twitch takes the raw feed. So you send the raw feed to Twitch, and it actually the equivalent of the same amount of bitrate. It's much better on Twitch. But YouTube, you send them the feed, then they re-encode it. That's why, no matter. Now look at you, half your face is covered with the microphone. But are you streaming around 6,000? Okay, yeah. Okay, so then. Well, yeah, they take the raw footage, but on YouTube now, I'm streaming 13,000 at 1440, which is pretty cool. I can stream at higher resolutions on YouTube. That's true. It was like. I'm very fortunate now because, again, I could maybe go full time, but it would be very, very scary. That's why I still want to like develop and grow a little bit more. But I didn't even have a good computer. I saw other content creators and I was like, hey, I want to do this. I think I could do this. I bought my first computer, Ryzen 1600 with a 1060 GPU. 1080p monitor, just a standard like half decent computer that could just slightly video edit it. I started streaming. Yeah, started with a USB microphone, USB web camera. It's been quite the journey. What video software do you use to record YouTube videos, Landon? I use OBS. I'm pretty sure almost every single content creator uses OBS. There is Streamlabs OBS, which is just a different version of it. I think there's... I know Twitch was rolling out an encoder, but I don't know if they... Didn't they roll out their own encoding software? And I don't think anybody used it, just because OBS is superior. There might be another one, but I can't think off the top of my head. Rhino! Thank you so much for the $5. Yeah, it's a super chat, but we got a little sticker there on the side. Boy's been pumping some weights. Thank you so much, Rhino. Oh, by the way, I've actually started. I've started lifting weights again. I'm lifting weights at my work. I'm trying to like get a little bit more fit. I can feel like my strength is building up, which is really cool. When I first started, I was doing like very low like sets and reps, and because I wanted to be able to walk the next day. But I started a little over, I'd say about 5 weeks ago. I started out doing the leg press. I did 80 kilograms, 3 sets of 12. So 160 pounds. But again, I just wanted to like, I could have done more at that time, but I wanted to be able to walk the next day. I now progressed to last night's night shift. I did 5 sets of 15 reps, 160 kilos, which is 320 pounds. So like, we're slowly filling out a little bit, trying to be like, slowly working away at it. Doesn't count if you have Tim Hortons every day. I have to have Tim Hortons, man. I have to. But yeah, it's been really cool for you guys to be along with the journey, so. Don't want to get super sentimental, but I do appreciate all the support along the way. Okay, someone wanted me to identify the phase blade. Yeah, not that good. That's currently what I'm at. Landed. So 156 for strength. That's for the Monarch. Nothing into dexterity. Everything else into vitality. Are you disappointed by the lack of content in the new ladder? Honestly, David, no. When Terror Zones first dropped, I was kind of a little bit like, this is cool. It's a different way to hit 99. We can now have incentive to magic find new areas, but I was a little bit, like, I feel like it's just regurgitated content. Oh wait, you were making a joke about lifting weights? Oh! Sorry, that went right over my head. Oh, man! I feel so smart right now. I feel so smart. Oh, God. Porting over everything to YouTube? Depending on how extreme you want to go with it, it's not too bad, because YouTube, there's a lot less for alerts, right? YouTube does have redirects, but there's not even alerts for it, so they don't. There's no raid alerts. There's no host alerts. There's no bit alerts. There's another one that I can't think of. There's no gifted sub alerts. So, or no, actually there is. Sorry, you have a subscriber alert on YouTube. You have a membership alert. You have a gifted membership alert, and you have a super chat. So there's 4, and it's less, but I actually fully switched entirely from Streamlabs to Stream Elements. So that was actually quite the process, because I had to literally redo my entire layout. Does anybody in chat use Stream Elements over Streamlabs? Because the interesting thing is, when I was using Streamlabs, is I would have to have, like, I'd have individual sources for, like, individual, like, you know, like the labels in that center bar there? I would have to add an individual label for each one, right? I would have to have an individual, like, I'm trying to think the best way to explain it. It's like, instead of having individual sources for all of my alert and activities, Stream Elements allows me to completely compile everything. Yeah, exactly, Willie. It is amazing. Like, I compiled everything. All the member goal there, the recent super chat, the top super chatter from the session, the recent membership, the alerts, it's all one browser source, and so it really helped compile and make things a lot cleaner, like on my side of the things, like in OBS on the inside. Like, shit that you don't care about as a viewer, it allowed me to work together, just clean things up. I switched from Streamlabs to Stream Elements. Honestly, like Streamlabs much better, but I didn't like support. Oh, interesting. It wasn't that I didn't like Streamlabs, I just feel like Stream Elements was better. Like, it lets me do things like I have. So, like, right in the center bar there, I have, like, the bigger, like, membership alert, but over on the other side, it allows me to have a smaller, like, sub alert, and it just allows you to do more stuff. I really appreciate that, Jesse. I feel like I'm literally very close to the cusp of, like, if Diablo 4 goes very well, and I can carry over a lot of the, like, if I can get to the average of, like, 600 plus viewers on D4, and then, like, continue to get more subs and, like, views and stuff like that on D4 and D2 content, and then do more YouTube streams, I'm probably gonna go full-time. Like, I want to say mid to late next year is my goal, if everything kind of pans out. But another thing, too, is I don't think Twitch is going to be around 2-3 years from now. Like, I actually think that they won't be around, but could be wrong. What's up, Dennis? What's up, Ayaki? Start a DB gang with whatever social features they implement. What do you mean a DB gang? I'm telling you, all they have to do is just copy Twitch's chat, if YouTube copies Twitch's chat and brings in equivalent of a Twitch Prime on YouTube, I feel like YouTube will destroy Twitch. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but Ashley Acid 16. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you. Why do you think Twitch won't be around? A couple of reasons. One is I feel like they sort of lost touch with the relationship with creators, which in the long run, I don't think that that's good for the community. There's also the other stuff like inconsistent ban policies, and in that sort of like the girl that was streaming while she was having sex on Twitch, and she got a 7-day ban, but then you see other people get like 30-day bans or 2-month bans or infinite bans for something that is honestly a lot less. Like the inconsistency drives me nuts. I personally hate botted views, but that's kind of me as a streamer. It doesn't really affect viewers. And the website as a whole has been operating at a net loss since it was purchased. It literally operates on a net loss. And so combining, I feel like being out of touch with the community, inconsistent banning policies. I don't know why that super chat alert didn't go off for Ashley. Thank you so much. The fact that they've been operating on net loss forever, and more people visit YouTube. More people visit YouTube gaming, not YouTube as a whole. More people visit YouTube gaming in a single day than what Twitch gets traffic like for a month. So, see,
Good day.
the thing about ads though is, as a content creator, you have to have ads. Ads support YouTube, ads support the creator. If all of a sudden every single ad was blocked tomorrow for the next year on YouTube, YouTube wouldn't be a thing anymore. YouTube only operates because of advertiser revenue, right? So that's the one thing, which is whatever, that's like its own argument or debate, but I feel like ads are less intrusive on YouTube than Twitch. And again, I'm not shaming you if you're using ad blocker. I really don't care. Whitelisting is actually nice, but if you whitelist my channel, but I actually don't really care that much because just hanging out, talking in stream, throwing a like on it, that helps spread my stream through YouTube anyways. So, but I think ads are less intrusive on YouTube. Jess, I'll get you guys. I'll get you and Zez after stream. I promise. You guys just have to DM me on Discord. But yeah, I actually feel like their ads are less intrusive. I don't run ads in the middle of a stream. There's skippable ads on YouTube. It's not like Twitch lately. Like Twitch, I've been watching like some content creators that I enjoy watching, and like something exciting was gonna happen, and then boom, I was hit with 2 minutes straight of ads. Like, does that ever happen on YouTube? I think the worst I've ever had to is like sit through like a 5-minute skippable ad and like a 5-second skippable ad and then a 15-second unskippable ad. That's like the worst I've ever seen on YouTube. Versus like 2 flat minutes of ads. It's just insane. Ever gotten an ad to a game or a movie you're watching a trailer for? Happens to you constantly. I've had ads for like related games. I haven't actually had a completely exact same game ad for a game I was watching content on, but that's because YouTube uses targeted ads. So YouTube collects data, and based on like your Google viewing habits, which Google owns Twitch, and they will drive targeted ads based on that, right? So say like, I don't know, say Zez really likes trucks, and he's looking on Auto Trader using Google Chrome when he's looking the prices of like brand new trucks at a dealer or something. Google will attach that, okay, Zez is looking at trucks, and then they will feed Zez like a targeted ad that might be like a Dodge Ram ad or something. So that is a lot of money for YouTube because YouTube, like Dodge knows that that's an effective ad. They know that, okay, Zez is looking to buy a truck. We're going to serve him a targeted ad that's a truck. They know that's an effective ad. Whereas Twitch doesn't have targeted specific ads. Twitch just throws random ads. So like, because it's not a targeted ad, an advertiser won't pay as much for that ad because they know it's likely to be less effective. But that's all that's on Twitch. So that's why Twitch needs to run more ads that are not targeted, because that's the only way they can make up the revenue of less ads if they're targeted. Does that make sense? Kind of like, you get what I mean, right? You serve one ad for $5, or you can serve 5 ads that are $1 a piece. Same revenue at the end, but there's 5 times the amount of ads, right? It's kind of the same idea.
Good day.
Well, this is the interesting thing though, Cam, and that is true. They are backed by Amazon, which is huge. Absolutely. But Amazon originally bought Justin TV way back in the day to get access to the server tech, which they could use for everything else that they use, right? Like their Alexa and all that other garbage is all based on like their Amazon Prime Video, and all that's based on the same server technology that they purchased, right? Absolutely. And Amazon does have money to burn, but how long will Amazon support a website that constantly loses them money? Right? What did I do with that gem? I went back to town and I picked up a normal amethyst, and then I put it in my inventory. So when I click on the gem shrine, instead of getting a chip gem, I turned it into a flawless. There you go, Bilky. Boys, I just finished a hack. It's called being smart with your gems. Boys, I just finished a Pokemon Fire Red special playthrough. I do a lot of playthroughs on my off time. Like I just play like an hour here, hour there. I do random playthroughs. And I just did an all dragon playthrough. All dragon Pokemon playthrough, which all of my buddies thought I was gonna get smoked by the Elite Four, by Lorelei. They're like, oh, dragons are weak to ice, you're gonna be smoked. You know how I overcame the ice weakness? Read Armageddon, damn. Too bad that wasn't, damn. That was 3 to get in and had 3 to fissure. I would Larzik that instantly for a Flickering Flame base. It's an Antler Pelt. It still would work as Flickering Flame base, but I don't want to burn a socket quest on it, but I would if that had 3 to Armageddon and 3 to Fissure, but bummer. Bilky. People could be watching. Don't do this, Bilky. But anyways, they thought that I wasn't going to be able to make it through Lorelei. You know how I got through? Kingdra and the skill Toxic. Too easy. I would just put Toxic on Lapras, Toxic on Dugong, Toxic on all of them, and then I would just use an X special defend, and I weathered the storm. And then they just died from poison damage. Too easy. I actually don't... Do a lot of people use Toxic for competitive battles? Because I'm just thinking, like, for competitive you can't heal, right? So do people use it frequently or no? They do use it frequently? Okay. Okay. See, I mostly play like just like player versus computer, I guess. I don't technically play competitive, but they use a crap out of Toxic? Okay. There you go. I did not know that. What's the point of Sandstorm? Just to get the tiny little tick damage every turn? So they just use like Tyranitar to get the tiny little bit of But then can't you turn around and just negate that with like a Rain Dance or whatever? I don't know. Does Sans... I only play up to Gen 3. I don't play past Gen 3. I don't know past Gen 3, but I thought that oh, right. Prevents. Okay. Yeah. What happens to my characters on the October 6th when Ladder 2 starts? So those characters, Jacob, will become non-ladder characters. What's going to happen is for that transition period of the entire second season, your non-ladder characters, when you open up your stash tab, there'll be a check mark at the top of the stash, which you can enable it or disable it. If you enable it, there'll be withdraw only tabs. So basically, like you have your personal, your 3-starred, there's going to be a check mark here, you enable it, these are going to go red and they're going to be withdraw only. So those are, any item in those tabs you can only withdraw and then put them onto the personal stash of your non-ladder characters. And then after the duration of entire season 2, when it flips over to season 3, anything on those withdraw only tabs that's left over will be deleted. So make sure that you remove them before the end of season 2. But you have the whole season withdraw only tab so you can pull off any of those items and they just become non-ladder characters.
Streaming on YouTube too. Here's a 10 to show thanks and bring you closer to full time.
And then there's a couple items and rumors that are specific to ladder only as well. Brian Story, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thanks for streaming on YouTube too. Here's a 10. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Boys, another great way is to just literally slap a like on the stream. But thank you, Brian. I do appreciate that. We've come a long way, and hopefully we can just keep pushing. Thank you so much, man. Later, Jess. Have a good one, man. Thank you for popping by, taking time of your day. Out of curiosity, what is your day job? I currently work at an equestrian farm. I do horseshoes. So I do I clean up their like trim their nails, put on new horseshoes or change horseshoes. But yeah, it's a fun job. I like it. You get kicked a lot, but it is what it is, right? Gotta pay the bills. What are you laughing at, James? What are you laughing at? That's why I'm doing weights, because I wrestle horses all the time. My understanding, Eternal, is that they're taking was playtime from the latest Diablo 3 season, the first season of Diablo 2, and also seasonal content and time from Diablo Immortal. So, oh, Estonia! Explains why I'm so dumb. That I kicked in the head a lot. Oh, Estonia, that hurts, but it's true. Yeah, it's a combination of the first season of Diablo 2 Resurrected, Diablo Immortal, whatever the current endgame shit is, I don't know what you call them, and then Diablo 3. Stickers! A bunch of beta emails went out today external. Oh, cool. Hopefully some of you guys got picked. Are you Eastern European descendant? I'm a little bit of everything. Tiny bit of Britain, a little bit of Australia, tiny bit of New Zealand too. A bit of everything. That was a lie. My parents are Canadian. I don't truly know. I guess technically I am European descent. Aren't all white people European descent? Like, isn't the only true North Americans are First Nations? Right? So technically I am European, but honestly, I don't know. I just... Born in Canada. I think my grandparents were Dutch, maybe? I don't know. Don't know. Oh, they're called hooves and they're called farriers? Damn it! Should have said I was a farrier. What's up, Owitz Gamer? How are you? Debrensky is a mix-up of my first and last name, but I didn't include my full last name. So, the ski, I know a lot of Polish people end in ski, but I am not Polish. I like to bounce around. I was a stripper. I was an engineer. Now I'm a horse farrier. Try and do everything. Try and have a big resume. Again, if anybody does actually get picked, please respect the NDA. I don't want to see anybody get in massive shit over just... It's not worth it, so just please. Oh, yeah, the duck farm. Yeah. Yeah, I did strip for a little bit. It helped get through college. Good money. It's going back, Zach. Did do a little bit of post office stuff too. Try and be a full-time streamer eventually. Wouldn't that be so cool when you guys ask me what I do and I could just say YouTube, my full-time job? Oh, you know what? I was gonna say, have you guys ever seen those videos pop up in your Facebook feed where it's some like poor horse that hasn't had his nails trimmed in like 30 years and they're these like massive like weird bending like nails and they can like hooves or whatever and they can barely walk and then they literally go in with like hacksaws and they like cut them off and then they like shave them down and stuff. I don't know why, but yes, it's oddly like addictive videos to watch. I don't know why they're viral, but they are. I'm not entirely committed to YouTube as a whole, guys. Basically, I have the freedom to now stream wherever I want to. So I'm exploring YouTube as a platform. Will I permanently switch? I don't know for sure, but I'm kind of leaning towards it. I feel like I can leverage a bigger audience. I get a better revenue split. Better discoverability. There is some things Twitch does better, but... And yeah, I can stream at higher resolutions and bit rates, which is kind of cool. I'm streaming almost double the bit rate I can on Twitch. And at 1440p resolution, so it should. Like the game and I should look a little bit clearer compared to the Twitch counterpart stream. But yeah. What's up, Scott? How you doing, man? How is Scott today? Hey, I meant to reply to your DM. I completely forgot. But I currently do have a bunch of investments, but I'm not a big stock guy. Yeah, I forgot to reply, Scott. Undecided, Zez. I'm either going to be a cop-out and go Blizzard Sorceress, just because I get a cold Sunder Charm. I can farm anywhere. And eventually, like, again, I'll rock, like, I want to rock Snow Clash and Nightwings. Snow Clash, Nightwings... That Cold Absorb will completely counteract any of the negative resistance from the Sunder Charms. And then I'll probably just go, like... Oculus, and eventually I'll want a Fathom. And yeah, I could just run around and mow everything with Blizzard. Or I could rock this Fire Druid, but obviously with much better gear. So yeah, we're debating Fire Druid, Zez. Definitely looks better than Twitch stream. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you guys like. So if you're looking like back to back, like you can, because you guys can actually notice it. Like if you can, yeah. I told you I got kicked in the head a lot being a horse farrier. If you guys can actually notice the difference, then that's actually, that makes me happy. Because I wouldn't stream at a higher bitrate if you couldn't notice it. So there's no point. If you guys didn't notice it, then I wouldn't do it. But you can notice it, and that's good. I know. Words, DB. But no, I have not dropped anything today, guys. It's been kind of unfortunate. Had insane luck the last couple streams, but not today. Crystal clear. See your glorious skin. Beauty. Actually, it's kind of funny because the only reason I actually switched off of YouTube originally was, and it was really weird, but I couldn't sustain a stable internet connection to YouTube. I was dropping frames like crazy, no matter what I did, and it was really weird because if I streamed the exact same settings to Twitch, it was completely fine. And I just literally got so fed up with it that I just quit. But it was also during the time of COVID. Because prior to COVID, prior to the lockdown and everyone being at home, I never had that issue. And then all of a sudden when the lockdown happened, for like a month, I was constantly, no matter what I did, I was drop frames, I couldn't get connections, I would get these random disconnects, everything. And the internet was fine because same settings, Twitch was fine. So it had to be something to do with like my connection to the server or overload from everyone being stuck at home on lockdown and everyone just being on the internet. I'm not sure what it was, but that never happened. It probably just would have stayed on YouTube the entire time. Yeah, guys, the skill tree is 1 hour pointed oak, 1 hour pointed grizzly. Maxed everything else out, and I'm just working on maxing out Firestorm. So Boulder, for those that were curious, it's about 1,000 fizz, 600 fire, and then 500 fire damage per second. Fissure is 2,000 fire damage, and Armageddon, which is the big damage dealer, is 4,500. I'm hoping with my online character that I can get Armageddon to be, I'm hoping in the range of like, I would like to approach 15,000 meteor damage. Be honest, you were chasing that Twitch cloud? Now that you're big enough, you've come back to YouTube. Not necessarily, because at the time that I switched, I had about 50,000 YouTube subs, and then I built up from nothing on Twitch. So I invested a ton of time to get to, I have like 48,000 Twitch followers now. That took me a ton of time. Like a long time. If I had actually just stuck on YouTube, I bet you I'd have an even bigger YouTube channel right now. Well, not necessarily, like starting over from scratch sucks. Like, it was a, like, honestly at the time it really sucked because I was averaging good viewers on YouTube, I was doing really well, and then to start back over at like much lower viewership starting from square one again, that was kind of depressing. Not depressing, it's just, sorry, it's not the word I'm trying to say, it's just, it's a ton of work to get the ball going again, and like I would never do it again. I would never start again on a brand new platform. It's just, Yeah, and that's actually one of the reasons why I think YouTube is actually a better fit for me too, is because if you want to grow on Twitch, you just need to be planted in the chair. When you're not streaming on Twitch, you're not growing. YouTube, when I'm streaming on YouTube, I'm growing a bit. When I'm not streaming on YouTube, my videos are growing me. So it just, everything works together, if that makes sense. Like if I take a week off, I'm still having people who are still tuning in and clicking on my videos. It's not... The nature of Twitch is kind of unhealthy. It's just... caters to those that can spend the most time sitting in the gaming chair, and that's not necessarily a healthy lifestyle. It's fine if you just want to stream with your buddies and you don't care, but if you're actually trying to make it as a content creator, it's rough. Dual stream and slowly migrate to YouTube. They don't allow you to dual stream, which is unfortunate. If you could dual stream, I absolutely would already be doing it. No questions asked. Like, that's why I think Twitch is really dumb with their exclusivity clause, because they're making me pick between two, and I'm kind of siding with YouTube. But if you could dual stream, every day I would stream, well, not every day, every time that I stream, I would stream to both. There's zero reason to not dual stream. But right now, yeah, I'm a part of Twitch streamer, but right now it won't let me. But like, YouTube doesn't have exclusivity, right? Like, it would be better if Twitch allowed it as well, but... Another thing that's cool, and this really probably doesn't mean much to you guys, but have you guys been paying attention to the new Ryzen GPUs? Sorry, the new NVIDIA GPUs? They have AV1 encoding, which AV1 encoding allows you to basically get almost double the quality for the same amount of bitrate. It doesn't sound like much, but it means you could stream at 3000 bitrate and get the quality of a 6000 bitrate stream. But if you're already streaming at 6000 bitrate, with AV1 encoding, once it's eventually supported on Twitch or YouTube, you could, like, you'll be able to stream 1440p, 120 frames per second on Twitch, which is pretty cool. But on YouTube, my current bitrate, I could actually stream 4K. So that's actually a really exciting thing that's coming down the pipeline for Twitch and YouTube content creators. Yeah, the new AMD stuff might be really cool. I'm so hesitant, Bilbo, on going the Ryzen. Like, I have a 5950X. I play at 1440p. Like, almost every game that I play, I cap the bitrate. I cap the FPS at 165. Because there's no point of me going any higher because my refresh rate's 165. So... right now, I'm at 62% GPU use with my GPU with the cap frame rate on D2. Going to a 7950X will just allow me to video edit a little bit faster, which that is actually nice, but what I'm kind of hinting at is that it's almost like I feel like a better upgrade would just be to keep my motherboard, RAM, everything, and just maybe upgrade my GPU, but we'll see. I'm actually waiting for Ryzen to drop 7000 series 3D V-Cache. I'm gonna mostly switch Brian to Diablo 4 when it comes out. I'd say I'm probably gonna shift my content to be 70% Diablo 4 and 30% Diablo 2. I would also like to throw PoE 2 in there as well. If we get 500 likes, boys, I'm going to be doing 3 more runs after this run, and then I'm going to call it, because I got to Gonna make dinner. Gonna hang out, and then I'm gonna try and work on a video tonight. So gonna do 3 more runs after today's run. But if we could get a couple more likes on chat. Well, I wanna get the new GPU regardless because of AV1 encoding. Like that's just, even if I don't stream at 4K, if I get double the quality for the same amount of bitrate, like that's just, have to get that. It's just, do I need to go through getting a new motherboard, new RAM, new CPU for saving 2 minutes on a video, right? That's what it would save me. It would save me about 2 minutes on a video of export. I upload maximum like 2 or 3 videos a week. So is the monumental cost of upgrading to an entire new platform worth me saving like 10 minutes a week? I don't know. Twitch does not allow dual streaming, but Twitch does allow you to stream on other platforms now. So we're doing some YouTube streams and seeing how they go. I've had a ton of support, which I really like. But I'm heavily debating switching over full-time. I feel like it fits better into my content schedule. When I'm not streaming on Twitch, I'm not growing, but if I'm not streaming on YouTube, I'm still growing. And yeah, get a better revenue split. So overall, I think it's just, for my established audience, I think it's a better choice. And I also think Diablo 2 Resurrected is on life support on Twitch. But I feel like people still tune in on YouTube. I could be wrong on that, but do I prefer Frenzy Barb or Zealer? I think I prefer the Zealot. They're both very close though. I enjoy both. I like playing the Tesladin too. I like the Fury Druid, all Werebear. Well, I should say Whirlwind's better now. I really did not like Whirlwind. Like, do you remember when you know how you'd have to use like your stand still skill, and then you'd have to Whirlwind if you didn't want to, you know, that stupid little interruption? Like if you were right next to a monster and you clicked Whirlwind, you know how instead of Whirlwinding, it would just do it, it would execute a normal attack? When they removed that, when they fixed that stupid bug and they made, like, introduce Quick Cast, Whirlwind is actually, it's easier to play. D2R is on life support because these noobs can't hit Burr Rune? I'm assuming that's related to Sunder Charms? Yeah, I mean, it's fair to dislike the Sunder Charms. I usually welcome all feedback. I actually, personally, for the most part, like them because I like how it introduces new endgame build content. There is some things like Cold Mastery and whatnot, which I do. It definitely changes the leveling process, but that's assuming we get that charm. Remember, everyone's making a lot of assumptions on rarity, and we don't really know quite yet, but... And there are some things that I'm a little bit hesitant about with Sunder Charms, but... The idea of Rock and a Fire Sorceress in Chaos, I think, is really cool, so I like Sunder Charms more than I dislike them. It's going good, Lord. I've dropped absolutely nothing today, though. So... That's kind of a bummer, but... Other than that, I'm good, Lord. That's my Discord, by the way, guys. If you want to join it, I'll be doing coordinated magic finding Terror Zone stuff. If you guys want to join the Discord. I mean, it's really interesting talking about its worth because now that there's a sliding resistance roll, I actually think that's gonna build more of a trading commodity around it. But I think that early on, like a cold Sunder Charm is gonna be worth quite a bit, just because how it sort of shifts. It doesn't. Cold Sunder Charm doesn't give a cold sorceress more damage. What it does is it allows the cold sorceress to do the damage she would normally do against regular monsters, it enables her to do that damage on all monsters with a high cold mastery, so definitely shifts up the possibilities early on with the cold sorceress. So I feel like cold Sunders will be worth a ton. But then the end game, like the crazy Fire Sunder Charm builds and Lightning Sunder Charm builds, they're still built around Infinity, so you still need to make Infinity first, so I think a really well-rolled Cold Sunder Charm will be worth more than... Like I was thinking it's going to be worth like 2, possibly 3 Burburns. Again, it depends on rarity, but if they're very scarce, and then you add a varying res roll to it, like early on, I feel like they'll be worth quite a bit, but I could be entirely wrong, but... Hey, hear me out. Assassin Hybrid Obedience rumored to help Dragon Talon and wake up... the only thing is, so negative res on a weapon doesn't apply to your traps. The only thing that's going to boost your fire trap damage would be Infinity. There's the one kicking skill. I'm not a Sin expert. Isn't there one kicking skill that adds fire damage? So if you're self-wielding Infinity, it would boost that damage. Boys, can we hit 500 likes before the end of stream? Gonna finish up this and do one more run, and that's gonna be the end of stream. Any likes, I would really appreciate that. Dragon Tail. Okay, I knew there was some... Yeah, honestly, like, my Trapsin experience is literally traps. That's it. I don't... I messed around a little bit with Dragon... Is it Dragon Talon? With the kicks in for Ubers? I know the actual Trapsin I know very well. Like, I played that build inside and out. Yeah, Crescent Moon won't work with traps. The only, like... technical type of like Crescent Moon works with Shockwave, or negative fire res works with Fire Blast. As long as you're actually taking something and throwing it from your character, the negative res will work. But Crescent Moon, Griffins, Facets will not apply to like your lightning traps. Flickering Flame won't apply to your fire traps, etc. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Sunder needs to be at least as rare as Low or Sur, in my opinion. Well, it's already, according to Geed's Grand Charm rarity, and then only dropping on specific monsters lord, it actually is... Well, according... Macro made a video, but it's the... I think you were more likely to drop a Burr Rune off of Flamefinger and Travancore than you were to drop a Geed's Grand Charm. That's assuming Geed's Grand Charm rarity. It'll be relatively rare. It is like, hey, thank you for the 500 likes, guys. It is kind of dumb, but the Trapsin, in my opinion, is a pretty, yeah, Fire Sunder Charm will apply to Fisher. D-Scram. The Trapsin's like uniquely balanced, in my opinion, because she has AoE effect from her Death Sentry. She has a combination of a powerful Fire Blast, and she has really good, Cloak of Shadows, Burst of Speed, Shadow Warrior, she has good utility in addition to solid lightning and like fire damage, and she has really good return for vitality, her life investment. If you just made it so Griffins and Crescent Moon worked with traps, you would get a lightning sorceress that has on par damage with the... Sorry, you would get a Trapsin that would have on par damage with the Lightning Sorceress with all the benefits of the crowd control, higher vitality pool, etc. So then there'd be no point of running a Lightning Sorceress if a Trapsin did the same amount of damage. Like, you understand what I'm kind of saying? So I'm okay with Trapsin having a little bit less raw damage because she has everything else. Burst of Speed, Cloak of Shadows, again, summons, 2 element types. Like, she has more utility than a Sorceress. So it makes sense that she has less damage. If you just gave her the same amount of damage, it's kind of like a... Wouldn't be the best balancing relative to a Sorceress, in my opinion. Sunder Charms will only drop on ladder. but season 2. So the Terror Zones are active right now, but your actual Thunder Charm drop is only going to be October 6th and beyond. Went to Lightning Skills 4 to Strength from the Sparkly chest. Doesn't really help the Druid out, but I guess a Skiller is a Skiller. That's a nice find. Yeah, I always thought Wake of Fire, like I know Fire Blast is really strong, but I feel like proportionally, Lightning Sentry is a lot stronger than Wake of Fire. I know one has a little bit better AoE, but okay, guys. That is going to be it for me for today. Thank you so much for hanging out in chat today. Thank you for all the brand new YouTube memberships. I really appreciate that. All the super chats. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate James. I don't even know how to redirect. I don't even know how to redirect on YouTube yet. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I can't say that enough. Thank you for being along for the ride. I appreciate the support. Yeah, that's it. I got the Discord link. If you guys want to join Discord in the description. I'm going to be trying to organize a lot of stuff for Season 2, group magic finding, Terror Zone content, Thunder Charm giveaways. Going to be doing all that. Just yell redirect at your computer. Going to be doing a giveaway tomorrow or possibly the day after for a brand new wireless mouse from Extrafy. So that's really exciting if you guys want to tune in for that. And I'm going to try to make a edited video tonight to release for tomorrow morning, depending on how I'm feeling. So, yeah. Can't say enough. Thank you so much for the support, guys. And I will see you. I'll see you on my next stream. And don't forget to slap a like on the way out. Peace, guys. Oh, sorry, Andrew. End of stream. Peace, guys. Thank you so much.